We begin our report with the first school shooting of the new school year. At least 4 people, 2 students and 2 teachers, were killed by gunfire Wednesday morning at Apalachee High School in Winder. That's located in Barrow County in Georgia, about 50 miles northeast of Atlanta. Officials report an additional 9 others have been hospitalized with various injuries. The Georgia Bureau of Investigation has confirmed a 14-year-old suspect is alive and in custody. According to the Gun Violence Archive, it's the 384th mass shooting in the United States so far this year. That's compared to 656 total mass shootings in 2023. Law enforcement authorities gave an update on the situation Wednesday evening.
I never imagined that I would be speaking to the media in my career over something that happened today, the pure evil that happened today. My heart hurts for these kids. My heart hurts for our community, but I want to make it very clear that hate will not prevail in this county.
CBS News national correspondent Dave Malkoff is in Winder, Georgia. Dave, let's start with just the latest. What are you hearing there on the ground?
Well, John, when we were talking to the sheriff, who you just heard from, Jud Smith, he said that hate will not prevail in his community. And when he says it's his community, he grew up here, he went to that school system, and when I asked him, is this some sort of hate crime that you're investigating here, he said, any time that you have a student come into the school with a gun, shoot somebody, he said, that is hate in my book. What we know right now is that 4 people were killed in this. This is 2 students and 2 teachers. All the other 9 who were injured, John, when we asked about how were they injured, the sheriff said that they were all shot in some manner. So they were all wounded with bullets, and some people had to be evacuated from there with medical helicopters, at least 2 of them that we saw launching from the school itself.
And Dave, what have we learned, if anything, early hours here about the suspect that was taken into custody?
Yeah, it is very early on, but here's what we know. His name is Colt Gray. He is 14 years old, and they say that he is a student of this school. And I asked specifically, is or was a student in this school? And they said he is a student in this school. So Colt Gray was approached by the officers who arrived fairly quickly after the first call. We actually had the school resource officers calling out right after the gunshots rang out. And as officers approached him in the school, he put down his weapon and he was taken into custody, and there was no exchange of gunfire between the police and this suspect. But we do know that he will be tried as an adult on a murder charge, and there are 4 people who are dead in this, so that is very early on information. The sheriff, Jud Smith, he says that this is pure evil that happened today. And John, it was very difficult for him to start this press conference. You heard him saying that I never thought that I'd be standing here in front of the media talking about this in my school district. But it took him quite a while to get to that point where he could even speak, because he was overwhelmed by the moment itself, actually having what you see all over the country happening, but happening to him in his school district right here. Now, the GBI, which is the Georgia Bureau of Investigation, is investigating along with the FBI and local law enforcement. That includes state police and also local police and EMS and fire from all over. This is a multi-agency response.